Good morning, my students. How are you? I hope all of you are very well. Today we will start the last unit in our book, which is Unit 8. We will start with reading lesson, page 94. Please open your student book, page 94, Royal Garden. Now, Royal Garden. According to the title and the picture, what do you guess this lesson talk about? You have just 1 minute to think about this question. Please stop the video and think about this question, please. Thanks a lot. All of you think this text or this lesson talk about gardens around the world, or the popular or the common gardens around the world, or the benefits of building gardens, or the advantages of gardens in general. All of these questions are correct. Now let's go to the vocabulary items. Please, I need from you to write these vocabularies in your student book, in your notebooks, please, not you in your student book. Write these vocabularies in your notebooks and memorize them by heart. These vocabularies will help you to identify the following texts. Let's explain it them sorry let's explain these vocabulary items. Tune, the sound of a music. Benefits, advantages. Herb, small dry plants used for seasoning and medical purposes. Practical, workable and useful. Merged, appear. Privacy, the condition of a private. Advocated, support. Uncluttered, and not having many objects in it, and looking tidy. As I said, write these vocabulary items in your notebook, please, and memorize them by heart. Now, please, my student, open your student book, page 94, and read this part carefully. You have just 5 minutes to read this part. Stop the video, please. Thanks a lot. Answer the following questions, please. Let's go to the questions, please. Number 1. What is the greatest benefit of gardening? This question means, what is the greatest advantage of gardening? Number 2. Why does gardening clean the air? This question means, why do we why do we build gardens around the world? Number 3, how can create cleaner air? This question means, how can make in our environment cleaner? Number 4, mention 2 purposes that people used garden for in the Middle Age. This question means, why people in the Middle Age build gardens. Number 4, why were gardens walled? This question means, why do people build walls around their gardens? Number 6, what was the movement of architecture and gardening called? Number 7, what did modernists reject and advocate? Number 8, give example of gardens around the world. Number 9, find out from the text. Noun, adjective, adverb, preposition, and conjunction. Now, please, my student, check your answers. Now, if you have any mistake, my students, please correct your mistake and replace the wrong or the mistake by the correct answer. Number one, what is the greatest benefit of gardening? What is the advantages of gardening? Or what is the greatest advantage of the gardening? The greatest advantage of gardening is promoting clean air. Number two, why does gardening clean the air? Why does gardening clean our environment? Because gardening provides you with a way to clean air around your house and in your garden, as well as to provide the earth with the fresh air. Number three, how can you create cleaner air? If you want to make a cleaner air, what will you do? By having indoor plants, and you can also create cleaner air around you by having a garden. Number four, mention two purposes that people used a garden for in the Middle Age. People began to grow gardens for pleasure as well as for for medicinal herbs and vegetables. So, the purposes of building gardens in the Middle Age are for medicinal herbs and vegetables. Number five, why were gardens walled? Gardens were walled both to protect them from wild animal and to provide privacy so people around the world build build the walls around their gardens just to protect them from the wild animal and to provide the privacy. Question number 6. What was the movement of architecture and gardening called? The architecture and gardening called modernism. Number 7. What did the modernists reject and advocate? Reject means refuse. The modernists reject copying old styles of gardening and advocated starting afresh using modern materials. Number 8. Give examples of gardens around the world. The common or the popular gardens around the world are Donnell in the United States of America, Jichangyon in the China, and La Mojerli in Morocco. The last question. Find out from the text. Noun, like gardens, air, environment. Adjective, fresh, famous, old. Uncountable noun, like air. Should you know uncountable noun, any noun that I can't count it, like air. Preposition for an, conjunction and. Now, please, my student, write these questions and the correct answers in your notebook, please. Check your answers before writing them in your notebook. Thanks a lot of your listening. Goodbye.